Let me see how to. Okay, there we go. Oh my God, time got away from me. I'm so sorry.
That's
Uh,
okay. You got dimples. Ooh, I love dimples. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. It is good to see you, and
As well.
we will start. All right. I don't know if you want to take the time to share it to any of your friends. If you want, that's up to you. You can do that. If you don't want to, too, don't worry about it. There's no pressure.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
no pressure. Yeah. So just to start it off, what I usually do is introduce myself, what I usually do, and then I'll introduce you. And I'm sorry, I don't have your first name.
It's Naida.
Naida. That's a pretty name. So then I will just tell you, you can say, whatever you want to say. If there's certain things that you're selling, if you want to advertise your page, I don't care. You can do any of that. The only thing that I ask is that we try to make it as family as possible. So just the language, keep it, no salty language. We'll try not to have no salty language for the kids, just in case any kids are watching. But besides that, you're free to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Okay. Um,
Okay.
so my name is HR. I created this page for parents, professionals, whoever want to discuss or want to learn more about autism the spectrum and also other learning disabilities or even physical disabilities that children and adults face. I made this page and I do podcasts every Tuesday at 9 so we can either talk about it, get more resources, and help each other out. Um, I have this page on TikTok, which is HR Parent Support Club. I have it on Instagram, Facebook, on Twitch, and I have the full clip on YouTube. So if you don't check us out here, you'll find us on YouTube.
Okay.
Today, I have a special guest, and she is going to discuss her journey. And she will let us know how it was for her. And we will also conversate because it is a conversation between two parents. Okay? So I'm going to let you take the floor and do it. Okay.
Okay. With my journey with my son that is on the spectrum, I kind of started noticing things, and I waited a long time to have a child. I'm now, I didn't have him until I was 38, 39. So I waited a long time.
Mhm.
And so I kind of started noticing things, when you go to the doctor and they're telling you the checklist, and you're like, well, wait a minute, he's not doing this and that. And I'm like, is he supposed to be doing that? But I didn't know because I don't have any kids. So this was my first
Exactly.
child. So I didn't know what things he was supposed to be doing. And then I started noticing sometimes it was hard for me to I would look at him and I would feel like he was never kind of in the moment. It was
Mm.
like he was there, he was, but it wasn't like I could just get his attention on
Mhm.
certain things. And he would do just quirky things. I guess that's a good word. But like we were in the mall one time and it was a little girl in a stroller and he like got down and licked the wheels of the stroller.
Oh, okay.
And he had to be maybe two then, and I was just like, that was just, it's kind of,
Mhm.
I didn't know what to think about it, but it kind of
Mhm.
stuck with me.
Yeah.
So when I started going taking him to the doctor, they were saying that he was on the spectrum, and I'm gonna tell y'all, when that lady first told me I needed to get him tested, like I broke down crying in the office. I was screaming. I told her she was stupid and she didn't know what she was talking about. Like it was a whole thing.
Mhm.
Um, and So I told my mom, and I'm born and raised in Atlanta. My family is all from Georgia, kind of Atlanta and Gainesville, which is kind of country in Georgia. So
Okay.
we're really rooted down south. So my mom didn't want to hear any of that
Mhm.
autism, as she called it,
Mhm.
talk from the beginning. She was like, I, they don't know. they just telling you this. He's gonna talk. He's gonna do this, and
Mhm.
he's just a delay, is what she kept saying.
Mhm.
And so there were times when here we have babies can't wait, like when he got 3 years old,
Okay.
and they were trying to put him in the babies can't wait, and my mom was so against it. And that's why it's really important as us parents that have kids on the spectrum,
Mhm.
do what's best for you. Like I'm really influenced by my mom. She's, always been in my life, and I value her opinion.
Mhm.
So she kept saying that wasn't nothing wrong. It was a delay. And so I didn't start him as early in the programs as I could have. And I always look back now and I'm like, what if I had started him when he was 3?
Okay.
Opposed to,
What age did you start him?
I started him, he started going to ABA when he was 4 years old.
Okay.
And then he
You know
went to,
that's not late, Mama. You know that, right?
but they could have started him at 3. And I have a friend who, her son had similar things going on, and she started him at 3.
I just don't want you to beat up yourself, Mama.
I
Yeah.
try not to.
Give yourself
I
grace.
try
Give
not
yourself
to.
grace, Mama. Yeah.
Yes, I just wonder sometimes what if I could have. It may not have, and I will say my son now, he's in kindergarten, he's thriving. My son doesn't do like repetitive things. He doesn't have meltdowns. He just doesn't talk. He's nonverbal at this time, but I always hold on to my beliefs and what God showed me. Everybody in my family have had dreams of my son talking to them, including me.
Oh.
Like I had one maybe 2 weeks ago, and I know God is not showing me these things,
Mhm.
and it's not gonna happen. When will it happen? I don't know.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I've had too many dreams of him talking to me,
Mhm.
as well as my mom and my sister. So I got him in. He's in kindergarten now.
Okay.
Um, I used to beat myself up about it because I did have a pregnancy that was kind of shaky with my child's father, and I used to think, is it he on the spectrum because I was getting upset,
Okay.
and that kills me a lot of the time. Like I'm like, man, I think about all the arguments we had while I was pregnant, and I'm like, what if I wouldn't have this time? Did I take it too far this time? Is that what you know? And so it is kind of hard sometimes not to beat yourself up, but because nobody else in my family is on the spectrum or his family.
Mhm.
So, it's a lot of theories. Was it the shots? Was it because I'm older when I had them? It's just so many different.
You said you were 38 or 39?
I was 38 when I
You're
had it.
38. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
tell you two things, Mama. It's not because of that either, because I had the best pregnancy with my second born, but she's the one that has autism. I had
okay.
the easiest pregnancy. In fact, I said if I had that pregnancy, I probably would have had 3 or 4 more kids. She was the easiest pregnancy.
Oh,
That
okay.
came out with autism. We were the same age, 38, when I had her. So again, give yourself grace. It's not you. It's
I
not
try
you.
to,
It's
you
not
know, I
you.
yeah, I just look back on things and
Yeah.
I wonder if it was something I could have done different. But one thing I will say, I love my son. I wouldn't trade him for no other kid in the world. Yeah, he does require, at times things are a little more difficult than, I would have wanted. Like, sometimes I think and I talk to God and I'm like, God, I didn't sign up for all this. I just signed up to have a child and to go to
Mhm.
put him in a little league games and PTA meetings, all this other stuff I got to do now. Like, I didn't sign up for this stuff.
Mhm.
And I think that's where it comes with my faith and my religion and just
Mhm.
knowing that because this is happening to me, or what, that I'm in this situation with my son, there's nothing I can do about it, that I was chosen.
Mhm.
And I look at my son as my ticket into heaven
Mhm.
because I take really good care of him. And I've even had people to prophesy to me about my child that I didn't even tell I had a child, nor that he was on the spectrum, to tell me that my child was an angel.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't trade him for any other kid in the world. It's a little different than what I expected, but we get through day by day. And that's why on my page, I was getting a lot of flack because I did make a post about these parents that are getting on here on
Mhm.
the internet. and using this space to make our children on the spectrum look like the face of a struggle life. And I want people
Oh,
to
I see what you're saying.
understand.
Yeah, I
I
see what
want
you're
people to
saying.
understand that I do have compassion. I know it's a lot,
Mhm.
but we cannot continue to tell the world that it is such a terrible life that we have a kid on the spectrum, that we hate our lives,
Mhm.
that we wouldn't wish this on nobody else.
Mhm.
We got to stop doing that.
Mhm.
And I can't, I put on my page, I said, I'm grateful. I know parents that have kids that are disabled. They have to do everything for them for
Yep.
years, bathe them, feed them. They
Mhm.
couldn't think about having a job
Yep.
because they require 100. I'm blessed and I'm grateful. So that's one thing that I do. I take a real strong stance on is what we're doing for the kids that have not been born yet that are on the spectrum. Because from what people are seeing now, that is why it's so hard for our kids to get into daycare.
Mhm.
Because someone that's never been around an autistic child is only going to go from your videos that are on TikTok of you showing them, having a meltdown and out of control. And so when they see a child that's on a spectrum, they already have their defense up. They don't want them around the other kids. They're not going to think it's a good fit. They're going to be scared they're going to hurt somebody. And
Mhm.
I ended up literally quitting my job because of a daycare. And my son wasn't doing anything when
Mhm.
she was like, when he's running around, he won't sit down. But it was nothing. He wasn't harming any
He wasn't
kids. He
harming
wasn't.
anyone. Mhm.
Yeah, but they don't know what to expect because we're putting out these videos showing our kids at their worst. And we got to stop doing that. Any video I see that I see a mom that's crying and telling the world how terrible it is to have a child on the spectrum, I go on there, shame on you. Shame on you. Because this is why people don't want our kids around. And if we don't take control of it now, in the next 5 or 10 years, they're not going to want our kids anywhere. They're not going to be able to go anywhere.
Mhm.
People are not going to want them around. And all they're basing it out off of is these videos that's being put online.
Mhm. Mhm. No,
So,
I see your point, and I feel like every kid is also different. I have to
mhm,
say too, my daughter, she doesn't really do the tantrum things, and she, she's cool. She's a calm, like what do you say, a calm kid. But unfortunately, I do have to say on one side, unfortunately, there are kids that are more aggressive. There are kids that are more, I don't know if they more frustrated. I guess I would say there are kids like that. So I think they should show all children, not just say, "Oh, this is autism," and then you see kids that are fighting, that are aggressive, that are
mhm,
throwing up
mhm.
stuff. Because there are kids like my daughter, your son, that they're cool. They just don't want to be bothered. Like my daughter would do the same thing your son did. She would just keep on running around and doesn't bother anybody. But that still bothers some people, which doesn't
Yes.
make sense, because what you said about the daycare that happened to me when we went on a cruise, and there was like a kid daycare there, and they had that same objection. Oh, when the teacher is doing something, she doesn't want to sit down, and I'm like, we're on a cruise.
Right.
It's vacation. Why are we
Yeah.
having kids sitting down doing anything anyway? Let
Yeah.
them run around and have fun. What's the problem? So sometimes I feel like other adults just want to start a problem because that kid is different. But
Yeah.
like you said, if the kid is not bothering nobody, why do you care? Like, they're not bothering nobody. Let them run. Let them get that energy out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really think it's important of us now because autism and being on the spectrum is not, it's more common than it was
Yes.
10, 20 years ago. So I think it's up to us in this generation to change the face of what people think when they see our kids.
Hmm.
I don't want somebody to see my kid and be scared,
Yeah.
or be on guard because they think he's crazy.
Hmm.
you know and so that's my main focus right now. That's what I've been focusing on, just trying to spread the awareness. And I do understand there's different levels. What the spectrum is wide, but I just don't feel like someone at their worst moment, this I don't think the internet is a safe place like that. where I would feel like
Yeah.
I'm betraying my son. If I was to put him, you know, if he's having a meltdown, or I would feel like that's betrayal because why do I have a camera in his face at this time? You know, and I know some parents don't think everybody's on here trying to get monetized. I listen. I don't knock the hustle, but I just think that we just have to be more aware of what it's gonna do for our kids and kids that come behind us that's on the spectrum, and what the world is gonna think. You know, if the world is even gonna give them a chance, because a lot of these places don't even want. As soon as you say autism spectrum, it's the crazy looks and it's not a good fit and it's
Yeah.
this and that. So yeah,
Yeah. What are some of the things that you use in the community besides ABA? Does he do speech? Does he do OT? Anything?
ABA didn't work for us. I had him in speech and occupational therapy, and so I was taking him to Johns Creek. Which what state are you in?
I'm in New York.
Okay,
Mhm.
so Johns Creek here is kind of our ritzy area.
Mhm.
So I thought if I put him out there, the best of the best. Uh, and it was the total opposite. I saw no type of growth from occupational or speech. Um, it just wasn't a good fit for him. So I ended up putting him in ABA full time, which they
Mhm.
make it really difficult. Like, the hours are from 8 to 2. Like, where's mom supposed to work during those hours? And they don't have buses or anything. It's like you have to take them, you have to pick them up. So I took him to Apollo, which is a very known school out here
Okay.
for ABA therapy. And I ended up snatching him out within 3 months.
Okay.
And for that, I did see, some differences. He was pointing.
Okay.
I could hold up some chips, and he'll be able to point at which one he wanted.
Okay.
But my issue with them was um, every time I would go, it would be new people in there. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the people look questionable. Like they
Yeah.
had just got off the Greyhound bus, and I'm like, "This is who's going in the bathroom with my son." I don't think so.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you have to, as a parent of
Yeah.
somebody, a child nonverbal, you gotta cut the head off when you see stuff like that. You
Mhm.
can't play. And
Mhm.
it was just some questionable people, and so I snatched them. I just didn't feel comfortable.
Mhm.
And then we tried ABA at home, and that wasn't a good fit. It was too many distractions. He was used to running around. So now he's in school. He has an IEP,
Mhm.
and he takes speech once an hour a week.
Okay.
So that's where we're at now. I'm still looking for something. You probably in the summertime he'll just do ABA full time.
Okay. Does he like music?
Yes, he loves the trap music. Any Young Thug, Future, Lucci, the hood baby. He want to be on a
Well, he
block
is from
so
Atlanta,
bad.
so he is from Atlanta. He
Oh,
represented where he's from.
oh, he want to be on the block so bad. He loves it, and he loves equally gospel music. Like he'll just listen to gospel, and he'll just,
Okay.
so he loves music though.
Okay.
It's hard for me
Wonder if
because
there's music therapy near you, because that helps too.
I've never heard of a music therapy.
Yeah, there's music therapy. My daughter used to go to it. Yeah, there's
Oh,
music therapy,
really?
and that helps a lot. Like, well, for her, it used to help her calm her down. Like if she was getting a little angsty, you start playing some music and she'll calm down, and maybe she'll sit. She won't run as much. Yeah, look into that music.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I got him on. I tried to get him a diagnosis for ADHD because he just would not sit down.
Okay.
And I feel that a lot of his not talking right now is because he won't focus long enough to just try something. He's just
Okay.
so I started him on gonafazine, which
Okay.
was referred to me from another parent that had a child on the spectrum. It
Okay.
has taken him from a 10 to an 8.
Mhm.
So now he can actually sit and look at his tablet and he'll flip through, whatever he wants to look
Okay.
at. So it's helping a lot. And he's been on Clonidine for about a year and a half now. So
Okay.
I don't have sleepless nights. He sleep
Okay.
at 8:30. and he wakes up refreshed. So I always encourage the mothers. I know y'all don't want to do, medicine and the pills, but sometimes if you get the right dosage and talk
Yeah.
to your doctor about
Yeah.
it, it does help.
Yeah.
Because before then, we were having nights where he would literally stay up 24 hours, and this when he was 4 years
24 hours.
old. Yeah, when he was four, like, oh my god, and he would miss going to daycare or to school the next day because he had been up. He wouldn't be going to sleep until 8 in the morning. He would just stay up, and his body was tired. He had
What
little
would he
bags
do
under his
during that
eyes.
time? What would he do?
Huh?
He would just run
What
around,
would he be
or
doing? He would
yeah.
just be running around. He would be running around. He'd be playing. He would be eating, just normal stuff. But there would be no sign of sleep in his eyes. Now, when he
Wow.
started school, they kind of was tiring him out, so he did a little
Mhm.
better. But the Clonidine, if I give him Clonidine at 7:30, by 8 o'clock he sleep, and he doesn't wake up until in the morning. Here in Georgia, for some reason, the kindergartners his bus comes at 6 in the morning, so
Oh,
we're up early. Yeah, his bus is here at 6:30.
that's early. Ooh,
So yeah, I'm like,
that's
wow, this
early.
kid's up early, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a game changer for me,
Oh wow.
the
Okay.
Clonidine.
Okay. And
Hmm.
you say he's 5, right? He's 5 years
Yes,
old.
he'll be 6 in January.
Oh, same age as my daughter. They're exactly the same age. January. Yeah, she's gonna be
Yeah.
6 on January 20th.
Oh,
It's
okay. Yeah, his
yeah,
is January the 16th.
16. Yeah. Okay. The other question I was gonna ask you is when you say he's nonverbal, does he say words at all, or sometimes
You
he
know,
does?
he says "mama."
Okay.
He'll say "mama." He'll say "stop,"
Okay.
and that's about it. He was saying
Wow.
"bye bye." I haven't heard "bye bye" in about 2 years.
Okay.
But he'll say mama. I haven't heard mama in a couple of months now.
Okay.
So anything he wants, he either goes and get it. He is potty trained. He'll just go to the bathroom. And the only thing that we're having trouble out of is he doesn't know how to. He goes to the bathroom. He'll just go. He don't know how to aim it in the toilet.
In the toilet. Okay. Okay.
So I'm literally cleaning up
All the time.
like 10 times a day. So that's my only hurdle now. Like I'm so proud that he's
Yeah.
proactively going to the bathroom.
Okay.
But just getting him, making him understand when he's supposed to be standing up
Yeah.
and to actually, get it
Like
in the
aim in the
toilet.
right direction. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
It's
But
a
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and I'm very, God is he's gonna talk. God has showed it to me.
Yeah.
That's why I never say he doesn't talk. I say he's not talking yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Cause
say
they,
limited speech.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I'm gonna look into getting him some more speech. I think I would prefer that over the ABA. Just trying to get him get some more words out of him because he can do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll see me talking and he'll come up to me and he'll start trying to say what I'm saying, but it's like he don't know how to get it out.
Get it out. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'll say, we were in the grocery store and I'm like, say cup, cup, and he started trying to say it, but
Trying to
the
say it.
voice
Yeah.
just wouldn't come out.
It didn't
So
want
he
to.
knows.
He's getting there. Yeah. He's getting there.
Yeah.
He's definitely getting there. Getting there. Okay. So, what advice would you give an autism mom, dad, or even a grandparent that's taking care of an autism child?
The advice that I would give is really to just keep going. For some reason, we have been chosen. I mean, we've been chosen.
Hmm.
And I do understand that not everybody. I'm blessed to, have a village. If I want to go somewhere, my mom, my sister, I can. But I wonder what I would be like if I never
If you
had an
don't.
outlet or couldn't go to have a drink if I needed one or to go to the movies or. So I know it's a lot of moms that's dealing with that, but my advice is just to keep going because those kids, they may can't say it, but they love you the most, you know. And when I did have someone that prophesied to me about my son, you know, he was like, you know, to stop stressing because when you stress, he's stressed. And so when we're all frustrated, we may think that, you know, they don't understand, but they know they're so close to us because they know that we take care of them.
Yes.
We're their safe place. So when you trust, when you feel something, they can feel it too.
Yeah.
So my advice is just, you know, just take it day by day and just always remain in a grateful place because it could be worse.
It could be.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. Agree. 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 What is it that you like the most about your baby boy?
Um, what I like the most, he's really just my best friend. Like he loves me. He at the end of the day, he's a regular a kid. You know, we can't have conversations like I would like to,
Mm-hmm.
but I love that he loves me. You know, there were some times when he had to be. Well, this was maybe when he was 4 or 5, and I was kind of getting into it with his dad, and he came and started pushing me up the stairs, my baby. So he knew what was going on. Like I was standing on the stairs talking to his dad, and so he knows me. He knows, and even people that I come across now that I don't fool with them, he don't fool with them. I seen somebody at the grocery store the other day that I don't fool with, and they was hey, and they tried to reach out to, you know, shake his hand, and he, you know, and he never do that. Like he's usually very welcoming, but
Yeah.
he knew that I didn't fool with him, so he was like, "Girl, go ahead."
Go ahead.
But I was like,
These kids are
Pharaoh.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
know what's
he
going
knows
on.
me. Yeah, he knows what's going on. So I think what I love best about him is that he knows all my secrets, you know, and he loves me for me. I don't have to have no lashes on, no lipstick, no nothing. My baby gonna come see about me. He gonna come and check. When I come out that door, if he's in front of me, he gonna turn around and make sure I'm still there. You know, so he loves me. So I think that's what even if he can't tell me, I know he loves me with all his heart.
That is so sweet, and I love hearing that. And he's probably the sweetest little boy. He loves his mama.
Sometimes, and he
Sometimes.
has, baby, he has, you know, right now our biggest thing is him just eating. He just eats from the time he gets here,
Well,
and
that's good. Because they usually picky eaters. That's good. He eats.
he's still a picky eater. He don't if you any vegetables he's not gonna eat, but
Okay.
you know, my mom, she's always sending him food and his neck bones and all this
Oh,
stuff that she makes. She just makes Sunday dinner.
Mama's feeding him.
Yeah, but he's just eating a whole lot, and I don't know if that's healthy for him because he's getting so big. And
Okay.
so that's my main issue right now. But he's all right. He's a great kid.
I mean, one thing that's up to you if you think it will fit. Sometimes if he wants to do like soccer or basketball or something like that, you could try something like that or some type of camp.
Yeah, he loves swimming.
There
And
you go. There you go. We got it. Swimming. There you
yeah,
go.
I made a story on my page about him swimming and just, you know, when I take him to the parks and stuff, he is like he already knows how to swim, and I don't even know how to swim. I never learned. I've always been terrified of the water.
Hmm.
But he got in there. He was backpedaling. He just don't know how to close his mouth, and so he's literally under the water like this. Just and I'm just seeing the water gush in his mouth, and
Oh,
he's just swallowing. So the last time we went, he threw up in the pool, so they had to make everybody get out.
I saw that
But
story. I saw that story.
yeah, he
I
was. They
did.
were
I
so
saw that
mad.
story.
Those
Yes.
kids were crying and everything. And they were like, "Why do we have to get out?" And
Yes.
you know. But so if I can give him some lessons on how to make him understand that he has to close his mouth,
Hmm.
then yeah, I think that's definitely something I will look into because he loves the water.
Okay. I think it's a thing though, because my daughter loves the water too. She loves the water. when we went to the beach, and she did not want to leave.
Oh
She did
wow.
not want to leave. Yeah, they do love water. I think it's the sensory issue. I think
Yeah.
it is. But yeah, swimming is a great idea, and it's great exercise too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
it's a good idea. But yeah, okay. Well, I thank you so much for taking your time to talk about your journey, and I love hearing this amazing, story about you and your son. And I'm gonna say it again, you and your son are amazing, and he's a sweet little boy. I know you're gonna be like,
he give me the blues some days. I am not gonna lie. I'm like, Pharaoh, yeah, she's all right.
yes. And we all are praying for the days that when our children will. And I think my daughter, I already know she's gonna give me a run for my money. So we know when he's speaking fully, he's gonna give you a run for his.
I'll be waiting for those days.
We know those days are coming. But I love the fact that you talked about your experience, and some people ABA worked for them, but I love that you said that ABA didn't work for you and you tried something else. And I feel like that's a good example to other parents that even if they tell you this is going to work, it doesn't work, let's try something else. Because every child is different and every family is different. So I appreciate you talking about that. And let's keep on encouraging one another.
Mm,
Anytime you want to come back on and talk again, or if you know any other autism mamas that would want to talk about their journey, let us know too. And
yeah.
I'm planning to do like another day, but I just moved, so I need to get stuff in place first. But like another day where we all can like just talk to each other and feed off each other information that we would need, or just support, because it's not an easy journey, but I know we're gonna make it.
Yes, I would love that if if it's any way I could fit in because I was actually thinking about,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had this on my agenda for a while, just coming up with an organization. You know how MAD had the Mothers Against Drunk Driving,
Violence, yeah.
like just an organization where if for our kids, if you're found that you have led our kids into harm's way, abused them, that we coming through like the red dogs, like we coming through on your head.
Yes.
Just an
Yeah.
organization where we can start making a strong presence for our kids so that the school systems and daycares won't think it's okay to treat them differently because they can't verbally go home and say,
Right.
Mom, the teacher's mean to me or hit me or something. But just trying to get that idea to flourish. I can't do it by myself. I have the idea, but to just have other moms that understand and that are on the same mission as me, I think it could be something that could be really big. You
That
know.
is true. That is true. I had a meeting on Saturday with a few other moms from Connecticut. So the states are growing. So if we all can merge, I got Connecticut,
Yes.
I got North Carolina, we got you in Georgia, California, Florida. So if we start joining each other, then we all could be a representative in each state, and
Yes.
growing from
Yes.
there. So yeah,
I have a lot of autism moms that follow me now and that are in Georgia.
in
And
Georgia.
yeah, so just something where we can come together and make our presence when these people go to court.
Mm-hmm.
That we can just let them be
Yeah.
known that we're here,
Yeah.
and making sure that they're prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely something we can get together on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
available. Let me know.
Yes, thank you. And I'm available as well. So it was nice meeting you again. All right. So,
Well,
and thank you so much for joining us. And I want to thank everybody that was here as well. So spread the word for us. And yeah, catch us every Tuesday at 9. All right.
alrighty, I would definitely tune in and blessings to you and your baby as well.
Yes, thank you so much. All right.
All right, thank
Bye
you.
bye.